Hey guys, this is Juan and welcome to my first episode of Deliciousness, where I put something delicious in your mouth. Today is Dessert Thursday and we're going to be making scones. Christmas is just around the corner, so this would be an excellent thing to do with your family or if you have a party to go to. So I hope that you guys enjoy, and let's make these bad puppies. The things you'll need are flour, sugar, butter, cinnamon, baking powder, zest of citrus, salt, almonds and dried cranberries, vanilla extract, cream, and raw sugar. In a bowl, combine your flour, sugar, cinnamon, baking powder, salt, and then a zest of 1 citrus. Now here I'm using a lime, but you can also use lemon or orange or even grapefruit, whatever citrus you think will work on your profile. Once you do that, go ahead and combine your butter with your flour mixture and make sure that your butter is cold, and of course mix it in thoroughly. As you can see, just keep working that butter, making it warm with your hands while breaking it down and incorporating it into the mixture. This could take a couple of minutes, especially if your butter is frozen like mine was here, but you could just leave it in the refrigerator, cut it into pieces before you actually start, and that will work as well. It'll be less hard than what it was for me, but of course this is just going to make it better to incorporate. Just continue to work the butter into the mixture, making sure that it looks like wet sand or like a crumble of some sort. Just mix, mix, mix. You will know that it's done when you're able to get a bunch in your hand and sort of make it into Play-Doh like so and crumble it down. Once that, you can continue to mix it a little bit more, making sure that there are no chunks of butter left over. But once you're able to put it into a ball and break it down, it's ready to go. Make it well and then add your additions, which in this case are the almonds and the cranberries. Mix it in, make another well, and then of course you're going to add your vanilla extract into your cream, and then a little bit at a time. Mix it in with one hand, just making sure you have one clean hand just so that you won't get dirty. But just continue to mix the dough. Add milk as you need it. Continue to mix all of your dry ingredients into the wet, making sure that you make everything wet. If you need to add more liquid to it, you can. After you see everything be sort of wet-ish, and just continue to mix it in and put it in together in a ball. As it could be a little bit crumbly at first, but it'll come together eventually. Just continue to work the dough and making it into a ball. Clean off yourself if you need to, because you're gonna have a lot of wet stuff stuck to your fingers. So as you can see, the dough is ready and it should be good to go. And there you have it, your dough is ready. Sprinkle a little bit of flour into your surface area. I'm using a plastic cutting board, and this is going to be my guide in how I want the scones to turn out. Make sure that you flour the top of the dough and your rolling pin and just roll it out to the size that you want it. In this case, as you see, is a rectangle, so I'm going to roll it out into the shape of the actual cutting board, making sure that as you saw there was squares in it, and that's going to be my guide on how I want them to look in the shape of it. So I'm going to have 12 squares that eventually will be cut in half, which will make it 24 items together. Once the dough is rolled out, go ahead and put in your sugar, and then just cut them to the size that you want. You can use the knife like I'm doing this. You can tell I'm using the cutting board as the guide of how to cut them to get the perfect size. But you can also use cutting cookie cutters or whatnot to do so. One of the big things that I like to do with that as well is doing them into a star shape. I like star shapes, so that's very cool. So you can see I'm doing 4 by 3. That's 12, and then cut them in half, so that will make them 24. Go ahead and cut them in half if you want to. You can keep them that big if you want to, depending how hungry you want, or if you want to share or not. Once everything's cut, go ahead on a grease tin, place them. You can put them together. It's not that big of a deal. They're not going to expand or rise. And make sure that at this point you have your oven heated to 350 degrees. You're going to put them in the oven for 18 minutes. Halfway through the cooking process, around 9-minute mark, when you're left to go ahead and turn your sheet halfway through at 180 degrees so that you can have even cooking with everything. While that's still going on in the oven, make sure that you make your icing ready to go. Here I have orange food coloring that I've made, and I put it in a cup of powdered sugar and 2 to 3 tablespoons of your liquid. I'm using orange juice in this case, and just mix it thoroughly and add liquid 1 tablespoon at a time until you have your desired thickness, making sure that all of the lumps are gone. And then of course put them in your piping bag, and then cut a slit and then drizzle them out. Wait for them to cool a little bit before you do this. You don't want the icing to melt. And there you go. Scones, orange cranberry scones. As you can see, this was very easy to make, and I hope you guys make this for your holiday season and hope you enjoy it on Christmas Day. So thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed making these, and this looks so good. Well done.